2. And we are live and we are back. Look at that. We had a week off while everybody was traveling the planet and enjoying themselves. And now we are back. I don't know if I like this view. I think this view is better. I like seeing everybody close up.
No.
It gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Very intimate.
And I like nothing more than a warm, fuzzy feeling here. Let's do this. Clean my camera.
Oh yeah. That's really good. That's
Look
very,
at
that. That's very, very professional, Steven.
Yeah. Right now, there's only one of us watching, so in a little while, the world will be watching. So we need.
But people will be watching it on the rerun. And what's he doing now? What's he doing?
What's he doing? They'll just be like, it's the same shit he does all the time. So.
Yeah, he's wiping down the lens.
Yeah, what can I tell you? How's everybody
doing?
Was
Dubai, Steven?
Dubai was wonderful. Yeah. They loved the show there. I signed autographs to all 6 of our fans. Yeah. And,
success in Dubai.
It was successful in Dubai. And I will tell you, I went to the top. I'm going to massacre the name of the hotel or the building, and I forget.
Burj Khalifa.
Thank you very much. I went to the 155th floor. It was absolutely gorgeous.
That's the last one, the highest one?
The highest one, the biggest one in the world. We went to the 155th floor when we had a free day, and I got to enjoy sandwiches and champagne, and we overlooked everything, and it was very, very cool. And then one night we went to a restaurant called Salt where they throw food in, and it's a whole thing. But yes, so I saw Steven Seagal. So he was having dinner with us. So I thought that was very interesting. So yeah, overall, it was a very, 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 very.
So you're having dinner with yourselves then? So
I was having dinner. The guys at my table were like, "Go tell him who you are," and I'm like, "No." Because he's eating, and I think that's rude to go over to anybody when they're eating, unless I know you. Like if I see you two at a restaurant, I would come over.
Is this like the new you then, Stephen? That you're not being rude to people anymore?
Oh no! I've always done that. I won't bother you. I won't bother people that eat. Being rude, I don't have a problem with. When you're eating, though, I don't want to bother you.
It sounds like you're almost like Paul on the road to Damascus, but Stephen on the flight to Abu Dhabi. Then it would seem that you've had some sort of change of personality.
No, not at all. I'm the still same obnoxious New Yorker I've always been. But then I do have a little decorum, and I do have a little bit. My parents did raise me right to have a little bit of culture, and I just felt everybody was going over and asking for his picture and doing this and doing that. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna let it be. And we enjoyed our dinner, and
I thought is that the one with the Russian passport now? The actor with the Russian passport, is that the one?
Steven, I think so. I think he has the Russian passport.
Yeah. So he was obviously there for tax reasons then.
Well. And I will say Dubai is fantastic. We had a great time. I'm part of now the Dubai Tourist Bureau. No, but it was just a wonderful place. So if you want to go to a beautiful city that's safe, that's the place to go.
Yeah. So. And as you call Steven Seagal, of course, and where people come and irritate you while you're eating. So,
or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously that everybody else wanted you to go over and talk to him.
But I have a little savoir-faire, as we say.
So, right. I should see a doctor for that and get some cream. Sort that out in a week.
I'm going to get a shot later. So, Adam, what's been going on with you? We haven't seen you in a fortnight.
I don't know. Time is passing by very quickly, I think. It's I've been working like always.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been posting some beautiful photographs on Facebook.
You mean the photographs from the area here?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw one of Crete.
Oh, the place is really, really crazy, beautiful. It's really nice. I mean, it's the island is so. I was thinking the other day that because I went on Saturday, I went on a longer walk with my dog.
Right.
So I went from our village to the next village where I used to live also, like for 2.5 years.
Right.
But it
Can we
it's
just
up and down.
Adam, can we just clarify then that you have enough shoes to go for a walk now?
I have enough shoes. Yeah. The shoes
Okay,
are
good,
back.
good.
The
Okay,
guy
The shoes are
right.
back.
loaded.
Okay.
And not only that, I have new shoes also. So I
Ah,
got
okay,
a lot
good.
of shoes now.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
so new shoes on the walk to the village where you used to live. Sorry, I
yeah,
interrupted you.
yeah. And it was very nice day. It was 18 degrees and sunny. Yeah, and if it's sunny on the sun, you feel much warmer, of course. And we brought some oranges, and we went to some old places that we haven't been for some time, and a cave. For example, I sent the link on Insta with a cave. It was the cave in that place, and I've spent some time in this cave. I mean, thinking a lot about allegories and not only metaphors. And
So it sounds a lot more like relationship problems if you have to live in a cave for a bit. But that's
but the cave was, it was an old place for rituals for Minoans. That means that it's been used for more than 4,000 years. There are waters there also, and there was an old city, ancient city above. But there was a big earthquake one day, I think in 365 after Christ, AD, right?
Oh, CE.
And
We don't use AD anymore. It's CE, Common Era.
just C.
CE. C is in Charlie, E is in Echo. CE.
CE. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the BC, right? BC.
No, BC. It's BCE. So BCE stands before the Common Era.
Yeah, but you use
and
it.
CE
Still
is the
use
Common
it.
Era. I use
Okay.
BCE and I use CE. I don't use BC and AD.
Oh, okay. BCE.
Anno Domini.
Yeah, and I was thinking that it's a really, that there are some places, some kind of areas, because the area changed a lot there, and flowers are coming, different kind of flowers in this area, different kind of flowers in that area, different view in this place. You look at those mountains, at the other mountains, and it's changing all the time. The scenery is changing all the time, so you don't get bored. You see a lot of animals. You see hawks, a lot of hawks, rabbits. Now butterflies start. And and you know what I like the most? That I'm alone, me and the dog, and nobody
That's
there.
nice.
Nobody there, because it's not touristic place anyway. But it's not summer, so people are at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Greeks, they don't go out too much for the nature.
No.
They like to sit and eat and drink.
I had
There's something to be said for that.
I had the
Not all of
privilege
them.
of being on Chios at the beginning for one spring, and it was absolutely beautiful because like 2 or 3 weeks it goes green and all the flowers and everything come out. Then of course after that the baking sun and back to normal.
It has nothing. The Greek islands and in general Greece has nothing to do with the summer that most people know. Summer is especially now the summers are getting more and more hot for longer. It's the climate change, I think. And but it's when it's so hot, everything's so dry. There's no color actually. And spring has got a lot of color. Now we have a lot of color. It's all green now. It doesn't look like the southernmost place in Europe, very close to Sahara. It's totally green now, and also the olives. It's a really beautiful place.
It's really very green here at the moment. Everything's green. We've had
you are
rain.
green all the time. I think, except winter. I think because winter.
No, we didn't have a winter as such. It's just been biblical. It's rained again this morning. It hasn't stopped raining since October.
Oh,
so
that means Noah is going to come save you soon.
Yeah. As I say, the ark is almost built. We're nearly there.
Yeah, just so you know, it doesn't rain in Dubai. When I was there,
that's the problem, and there is no green.
But they did. They had that huge flash flood.
They did. They had a flash flood. That's because the tidy bowl man released his bowl. But they did. But there is green actually. It's not all desert. There's
you mean some
grass.
parks? Some artificial parks. When I talk about green. When I talk about green, I mean natural green, like a wood, like a forest, like a place that is, chaotic green, chaotic
Right.
plants that
Right.
not by the hand of people. That's what I
Oh,
mean, green.
We've
it's
got
very, it's the mall. Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, what you have at the moment, everything is a sort of fluorescent green. There's moss everywhere, which is sort of almost bright yellow because it's been so damp for so long. Our backyard is just, it looks like a fur blanket, just covered in moss. But yeah, a little bit, 2 days of sunshine, it all dies. But it looks reminds me a little bit of Ireland, how green it is, because Ireland is very green. A different sort of green because it rains so much.
You know why? Because you are the weather is coming from the west, and Ireland has the Atlantic that is coming. The weather from the west, from the sea, and the same happens in a smaller degree to Holland, to Netherlands. This also happens also to Crete, but on the west side, where Hania is the most touristic. It's more green. This place is more green than where we are here. And if you go to the last part of Crete, the eastern, is dry. There's not.
Gotcha.
It's no. There are no plants actually. Although the biggest forest, natural forest actually of palms in Europe, it's there, but natural. Because the biggest I think is Spain, but this is natural. It's called Vai. You have to drive a lot to go there, but those places are the least touristic actually, but they're really beautiful. The beaches there are the most beautiful. They remind a little the Cyclades that are above us on the north.
Very nice.
In general, it's the island is like many islands together. The west is more green. We are in the middle. The inner parts are also we are in the inner part now, and it's. I've been 2 years by the sea, and it's wonderful. But if you are on the inner, on the land, you have more choices to walk with your dog. You don't get, because I get lazy on the beach. I just went like 1 kilometer, and then I sat on the beach, and that's it. And when it was summer, okay, I swam a little. But here I walk, and it's up and down also, so I get more fit. This is really true. That I'm in better condition already in 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
because
walk
you got
every
the
day.
dog next door stealing your shoes. You got to chase him.
Yeah, I was going to say, go chasing dogs.
We're over that.
We're over that. That dog is now been taken care of in a nice way.
I haven't seen the dog since then.
Okay.
Really?
He saw the show. He saw the show, and he's like, I have to leave.
Oh my God. Her father is a famous person.
I know.
I got her here, the dog, because we just came from our walk, and it was raining suddenly here. Sometimes in the spring, there is a sudden heavy rain, but really sudden. I mean, in seconds. In seconds, it can just rain like that. And we got wet, of course. I'm still a little, I didn't have time to. And I opened the heater here, and she's underneath because she got wet also, and she's listening to us. She's not watching, but she's listening.
There you go. And is the fiance like living inland now? Is she happy?
Yeah. She has a lot of work, and yes, she's in general happy.
Generally, no woman is ever happy. Let's just be honest. Like,
okay, but after that,
there's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of stuff when you go like
because they are realists. They are not happy because they are realists, and in fact, they have the hardest life than we have. We will never experience what it is to give birth, and it's supposed.
Not every woman gives birth, though. So let's not go through like it's
but
there, so,
but most of them they do still.
Have you seen those experiments when they wire guys up?
And they say that this pain is beyond any kind of comprehension to us, the man, and also the period time. It also comes
or exclamation point,
very often with pain. Plus, when there is menopause, it's also a big problem because they get, nature wasn't really generous. I mean, it was generous with women, but men were more lucky in a way.
Because
maybe.
No, for sure.
I don't know.
Because we have less pain. We have less pain, and also because we are stronger as build like a structure, we have
right.
also created patriarchy, and we rule, of
Have you seen
course.
some of the Russian weightlifting women? They're stronger than most men. Okay, so let's back in the old
They're definitely
1970
stronger than
days.
me. I'm not
Yeah,
very
they
tall.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
used to
Are
watch
they
those.
still on your phone? Are they still on your phone, Stephen? On
Yes, those
the
Russian
Tinder?
weight. I can tell you in the 70s when I was a kid, I'd watch the Olympics and we'd watch the women weightlifting for fun. And the Russian women would come up and I'm thinking, they'd be like, this is, Bella. And I'm thinking, you look more like Bruce, and she'd
Yeah.
lift up like a size of
He,
a truck, like it was nothing and drop it and then adjust her penis and go off the stage. So I was like, all right, Russian
and he,
weightlifting women.
the East Germans exactly the same. There was a big
The East
hoo-ha about
Germans were
that
the
as well.
same thing. Correct.
But now you
Correct.
have lady weightlifters, and they do look like women, but
Yes.
some of them are incredibly strong, which is rather strange. But
There was a girl someone showed me the other day on Instagram, an Asian girl, maybe she's like 5'6", 5'7", very pretty, and she weightlifter. And so, like
yeah,
when you see her, and this is going to come out all wrong, and I don't care. When you see her, she looks totally normal. Then when she took her shirt off and her pants, so to speak, and had her workout shorts and her top
yeah,
on and lifts, she's totally ripped. And I was just like,
yeah.
wow. Like, I mean, you
Oh.
know what I mean? That's just, I'm like,
That's a good height
you
for a weightlifter, though, 5'6", because
I guess.
hopefully she's proportional as well, that her legs are just as long as her body, because that way if you have longer legs and a longer top body, the ideal
Right?
weightlifters are proportionally
Oh,
roughly
you
the
mean they're
same.
50-50?
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
because
I didn't
if
know that.
if you got on a clinch or you're doing the push or whatever, you don't want to be lifting the weight up further than you have to, and then pushing the weight
Okay,
up further than you have to. So
gotcha.
equal body lengths are a good thing.
So basically, a midget would be a perfect weightlifter.
No, no, because they
Why?
have other difficulties, I think.
Oh, well, you know what I always say? I love the sound of tiny little feet running around in the morning. My midget butler. Anyway, go ahead. So
Yeah, well, I guess, man. Do you remember last time we had the discussion about people that were
midgets,
vertically
vertically challenged.
challenged?
No, that
We
was
had
only because the girls from Social Intercourse, because they're all midgets, were whining and crying
no
about it. That
petite.
had
No.
nothing to do with anything else. But,
Women are petite. That's the
oh,
thing. Men are small. Women are
uh-huh.
petite.
Okay,
It's
good to
like
know.
women. It's like men fart and women basically pass wind. They don't. They just go. Pss, pss, and that's
The
your
nice
lot.
thing with this, there's a good thing about this show, nothing but class. So, nothing but
But
class
at
here,
least
ladies
we're
and
But
gentlemen.
honest. At
That's
least
true.
we're
We are very
honest.
honest. Yes, yes,
And
yeah,
yes.
honesty is something that people miss now. So
That's true.
yeah,
we're
That is
honest
true.
fuckers.
yeah.
So now, are you painting anything, or like, are you
Well,
doing
I'm
anything
about,
exciting?
yeah, I'm doing a lot of 3D. I'm doing a lot of stuff, always.
Okay.
But lately I'm doing more somehow
Okay.
because, as I said, there is this change. I'm doing AI. I'm doing painting. I'm doing 3D, mostly 3D,
Okay.
because I can show you some things if you like,
Sure. We love when
like
you
I
show
did
us
Yeah,
things,
the other
yeah,
time.
that's good.
as long as it doesn't
Uh,
get us banned from YouTube. So no nudes.
no,
So
there are no nudes because
okay.
I even, you'll see that even in my work, because
Okay.
a lot of artists now complain, and they complain a lot about social media in
Right.
general. I
Right.
see artists that are quite famous and they have much more followers than me, and they get very, very small reach now and
Hmm.
engagement, because social media now, and it happens in all social media now.
Right.
And it's a problem for us because we are a generation of artists that we became famous, or we work
Right.
with the social media, and now when the engagement is down, we are down also,
Right. Right.
and a lot of arts are complaining. And I think the answer to this is that they all want money to
Yeah.
promote, just to
Yeah.
promote. So if you want the same
Yeah,
engagement, or even smaller than you had before, you need to pay.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
But
very
they
true
need,
because we do stuff.
X wants you to pay if you want the
Yep.
badge, but it's not only for the badge. You have better resolution in your videos. You can
All
write
right.
tweets which are longer. You don't have to split
Right.
them
Right. Right.
into repeats, etc.
That's a
I ha-
scam. That's a scam to me. That's a scam. We don't use X,
It's
and we post
business.
everything on Insta. It's bullshit. It's
If you are into NFTs community,
use
you have to have
Instagram.
Twitter. You have to have
No,
this.
you have to have Telegram.
Telegram, no, not for NFTs. It's Twitter.
Really?
Still
Because
Twitter.
everybody I know that
Twitter
NFTs are on Telegram, but we use Instagram for us, and people seem to follow.
For me,
Like
it's
we have video.
Instagram's also the most.
Right. I think the most watched video we have is 4.7 million on Instagram, and then we
Really?
have another. Oh yeah, we got
You
another one
have this
behind it
kind
with
of.
about.
Oh.
Yeah, we're very popular. I take my clothes off. Girls and guys send me messages. Please put your clothes back on. That's why we're very popular on Instagram.
But you know something? It's this is a topic, in fact, that we are kind of slaves or prisoners of the social media now.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
yes, and look, because there are big changes right now because of the AI and stuff like that, and new artists rise, and the artists in the last 2-3 years, I guess, since the NFTs, since before NFTs, I could consider myself famous. After NFTs, I'm not anymore, and this is because it's about engagement actually. If you get what engagement you have.
But you're still a famous artist, regardless of NFTs.
Yes, I am, because I'm long now. I have a history now. I'm 20 years now. I have built some things that I started things. I was like what they say. Some call me GOAT, because I am in some OG. In some,
I know what an OG is. I'm just saying I didn't know you were a GOAT. Greatest of all time. Just for people to what's an
some
OG?
people,
What's that?
believe it. I have a fan
Original
base,
gangster.
which
Okay.
And original gangster, that means that I started some things in 3D. Yes, I'm an important. But
you're important no matter what, my friend. You're with
everybody's
us, so you're
important. No matter what,
that's true.
everybody's
But
important.
I'm just saying,
and everybody in this life.
But I don't think the Instagram and all that other crap, if you don't have a lot of engagement, like we have videos we put on, say, Instagram, that'll get, like I said, 4.7 million views. We have others that get 30 views and everything in between. So I don't think it defines you. You're an important artist regardless. And people that know your work or own your work, I think, realize that. The people that are just social media whores, they don't have a clue who you are, what you do. I really is.
I don't want them anyway. I prefer to have art lovers and smaller amount of followers, and of course, it's quality that matters always. Everything.
The problem now is, of course, is everybody's really fickle, and
what
so
is fickle?
like fickle. No, I mean, fickle. If they don't like it, fickle. If they don't like you, they just wipe you away, go to the next.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas before, once you found somebody, it was difficult to find good stuff online.
Yes.
And,
now it's too much things. The hashtags are gone now with the AI artists. The AI artists that came are in numbers. In my opinion, I don't have statistics, but in my opinion, my intuition is that they are more than the artists that were before. You understand that in 2 years, less than 2 years, suddenly we are flooded with artists. And this is a problem for all of us, It's there's no such a big market for this, and the market of the art and fine art is regulated now by auction houses, by galleries, some galleries, not all of them. There are a few galleries, and also social media. It's money rules. Money talks.
But if you look at social media, and art. The problem was, if you're a really good artist and you don't take the social media, or your management or your gallery doesn't do social media to prostitute you on a global basis, you're screwed. As you know, we have a show called Canadian Art Today, right? And the reason that they do interviews with Canadian artists is because that's okay. I watch it for you. But they're trying to promote artists, like the same thing here. So we try to promote. So that's what people don't seem to understand. We're not in a world anymore. Like, I remember in the 90s, we had a magazine called Art Collectors International, and we would publish it and send it out, and people would get to see all these artists. It was great. And now with media, it's like Connor Akers, for example, just like you, like every day there's 57 Instagram posts. You know what I mean? And some posts get 10 likes. I saw one of your posts the other day, got a couple thousand.
Yeah, it's all lost in the big amount of data. It's all lost.
Correct. And it's just this. People, it's like this. People are just swiping through, like swipe, done.
Yes.
And
10 years ago.
Sorry.
Yeah, 10 years ago, to become, like famous artists, etc., you had to have interviews from
Right.
magazines that are online, but it was real interview. Like they sent me the questions, and I had to sit 2 days to answer them, to think about them, to give answers that are really close to what I think and what I believe about art, about life, about everything.
Right.
And now it's like this. You see artworks that artists, if they find a style, everything is very much style based.
Right.
And this is for me, it's not very good, because I'm style maker, and they like to have you have a style and you develop it, and I develop my style, because a lot of styles. And I'm very individual artist. There'll be a time that I'll be in very much demand. You'll see. I know it.
Yeah, but it's only
I
when you're
think you
dead,
should be in
Adam,
demand.
unfortunately.
No, I will. I know. I am still in demand. I'm not complaining, but I'm saying that what is the truth, that we see the decline, we see less engagement, and sometimes you feel fear.
But isn't it? There's a sort of irony in there, isn't there? Because I mean, you said there's a lot of artists, a lot of AI artists, but there are also a lot of people who desperately are creative, who wanted to show that they could do something, and AI gave them the tools to do it for the first time ever.
Yeah, but they could do it. They could spend the time that we did, and we look choosing to be an artist. You dismiss all the other, right? I mean, it's not easy. Most of the artists, the professional artists like me, they don't do only art for a living. I have the luck to do only art for a living. I've said it before. For the last 15 years, I don't take commissions, or I take only those that I think that I would like, or they will become art. I have a lot of freedom. And most of the artists, they are teachers in schools. They are working something else also. Now, you're talking about artists who want to be famous, and artists like that in moments. And AI gives them the ability to do so. I'm not saying that they don't spend time with the AI. They do spend time. But what they are doing is actually, the AI, how it works. It's taking all the data from all the artists before. So it's like using the corpse of the artists, the whole work of the others. Because the AI has the ability to create.
Yeah, it's recreating what's already out there.
I can do it too, right?
But isn't that what all artists did in the past anyway? It's just that it was a much slower process, and only a smaller group.
And it was very internal process, because art is about that. I cannot think of myself doing only AI, just like those people are doing, just with prompts, etc., because it doesn't resonate with my philosophy of life. I believe that art is something deeper than just the result. It's not about only making the artwork. I mean, the result of the artwork, so that you see the artist, the artwork. It's also the time that you spend with the artwork itself, with yourself, with your nature, and it shows on the work. That's how the artwork becomes deeper. But the label of art goes to everything now. Even it's shit or not shit, deep or not deep, shallow, whatever it is, stolen or not, art. Oh, it's art. Don't talk about art, etc., etc. There were some rules before. Now there are not so many rules. Those artists,
social media.
They started to be artists from NFTs, or now with the AI. They don't know anything about history of art, for example. I've studied history of art, and I love history of art. They think they are doing something very, very unique. They are not. And the thing is that the worst of all is that we see all those like. But of course, okay, there are really art lovers, there are art collectors which spend time and try to go deeper when they are investing or looking for an artist, to invest or to buy just some works, they spend time, and that's good. So those are real also collectors for me. And those I admire the most.
There was a guy who was on Canadian Art Today. I think it was one of the last ones that I sat in on. And he had a magazine for years, this beautiful coffee table magazine, fantastic color, really beautiful thing.
But about what, the magazine?
Art.
About art.
And interviews and everything, and exclusive photos of art and work, and the artist died of death. couldn't make any money out of it anymore.
Yeah. It's. I told you 10 years ago they were making money from this. Also, they had a living from this. I was.
Now he's gone online, but for me, I was just thinking, if I have a wonderful book, I could sit for hours just sitting and looking at this a coffee table.
But you're old school, David, and the young kids today. And when I say young kids, I mean people under 40 that never had to like use their brain. Most of them don't understand what it is to take a book and read it, let alone enjoy the pictures of the book.
There's more downtime, isn't there? It's just like it takes me away from the screens, it takes me away from my phone.
And people don't want to be away from their screen. They don't want to be away from their phone. Let me tell you, on the air flight over to, I went from here to London on Virgin. They run their little commercial and it says, hey, listen, you can hook up to Wi-Fi with your phone and you can make FaceTime phone calls while you're in the air to talk to your family. And I'm like, no, I'm shutting my phone off for that 9 hours and I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to, I disconnect. I love being on an airplane. It's the only time that I can disconnect.
Yeah, but you are a generation that you were raised without this thing. But those generations are actually all their lives with it. It's they have a connection like prison also. It's an addiction. It's an addiction, really.
It itches. You can see their hands itching to get.
Yeah, it's their extension. And now you've seen the headsets, the Vision Pro.
Now
we're gonna be seeing, because this is expensive, but there are already, the Meta has this Quest. I have the Quest, and it's the great things you can do there. But with the Quest you cannot take it with you like the Vision Pro, but there will be new devices, smaller, and you will be seeing people outside with those glasses all over.
Ray-Ban has sunglasses that do, if you will, AR and VR. The problem is it only works in your phone, where the Apple, because I saw it when I was in Dubai, because somebody had a pair, that you can walk around and see everything, and you literally, it's like Minority Report. You can move things with your hand, and you can make half the screen virtual reality and the other half real world.
Yeah, augmented reality.
You can literally wear those.
You can have both. You can have VR. You can have a lot. Yeah, that was
for $3,500. That's crazy. Yeah, it's $3,500. That's a waste of money.
We had that discussion.
Well, you can make money from it, or people have money
as well. Because you remember the first mobile phones. They were like as big as an oil can. You had to walk around with, and it's as heavy as a brick. And everybody said, that will never catch on. Nobody will ever want those.
Oh, I knew people would want those because I knew people would want those just because it's nice to have a phone. What I got annoyed with when they came out is you couldn't go overseas with them, and you had to walk around with a SkyTel pager. And then what happened one day, T-Mobile came to the United States and says, hey, we can just do international calling. And then everybody else was like, oh, we got to do that. And we got T-Mobile when they first came to the US, and it's been a love affair ever since, because I can go to any country, turn my phone on, and I'm good to go. When I go to South America, AT&T and Verizon don't work from it. The guys who have those, they're like, can I use your phone? I'm like, no. So, T-Mobile really understands international phones, if you will. I guess because they're, Deutsche Telekom, Nazis. So
outside of that aspect of it, of the roaming, it's just the fact that we all thought that who's gonna want that.
I knew people would want it.
I had one early one in my car, and it was as big as an oil can. And because I was out on the repping, I was always out on the road, and you have to jump out of the car in the rain and find a phone box and find change to put in. So for me, that was an absolute plus. But I got probably for a year or 2 years got heavily ridiculed for having this particular device. What you got that for? You're just showing off, and nobody will ever want to have a phone in their car.
It's the same. It's the same like with the Vision Pro right now, in a way,
exactly,
because some are showing off, but soon, very soon, everybody will like that.
Yeah,
there you go.
I agree. I agree.
I agree with that.
And it will show you augmented reality, what you see, plus the information with the AI and everything, and you will be seeing like things like in supermarket, the prices is down. This is a friend that you have on Facebook. This guy who on Instagram.
But Ray-Ban already has that. Ray-Ban already has a pair of glasses that.
But it'll be like normal.
Ray-Bans looks normal. I've tried them on when I was at the conference with the Economist in October. They look like normal glasses. The only problem is They only
Yes.
work. You have to look at your phone. And I said to the girl, "Well, that's stupid." I said, "When are you going to be like?" I literally said, "When are you going to be like Apple, where I can just walk around?" And they go, "Probably in a few years." But in a
Yeah.
few years, and yes, everybody's going to be walking around with, you will, with their
Yeah. Everybody.
sunglasses that are
Everybody.
have
But
augmented
it will.
reality to it.
But it will do a lot of things. It will correct your vision. It will, give. It will save lives also,
I don't know
because
about that.
when you it will save lives, because okay, the cars will be already automatic, with
You mean the
self-driving.
Teslas that keep crashing allegedly? Those cars? Yeah, they're going to
Yeah,
save
but
your
they
life.
will they will they will become better. It's like with the
I don't think
AI. They
so.
started with creating 7 fingers in the hands. Still, sometimes they have problems, but now
Hey,
they're getting better. The
not everybody has
Midjourney
7
now is
fingers. Oh, I didn't know
No,
that.
not
So
not
six,
this week.
7.
Not this week.
No,
Uh,
no, but
no,
I
I think
think it's interesting where technology is going, with art and in general. And I just don't
it's in
see a lot of,
general.
in general. I think to your point, AR glasses, whether it's Apple or somebody else, in 10 or maybe even less, 10 years, will be the same as a mobile phone, that
Yeah,
everyone will be using it because the price point has come down and everyone's
yeah,
going to be like, oh, okay, I can use, it's not cost prohibitive right now and I can use it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
what I saw
It's
with
like
the
that.
Apple is really cool. You pinch things to move them and close them and turn it. It was
Yeah,
like watching
yeah.
Minority Report. Now, the other bad part with
Exactly.
the Apple is it's like a Face ID. It's only to your retina. So if you have 3 kids, you need 3 Apple Pro Vision things because they can't use them. It only goes to one person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the guy who had it, I said, "Oh, that's really cool." And he said to me, "I would love for you to try it." I go, "I'd love to." He goes, "But you can't." And I'm like, well, "What the fuck?" And he said,
Really?
"You can't try it because it's like your phone that does your face recognition." He says it scans your retina, so when you put your headset on, to your retina, and
yeah,
that's
it
it.
knows you.
So if
So
it's
it's
not
like
you, you can't
personal.
do it.
It's like
Yeah,
personal.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
thinking
of
he
Oh,
has
course they
things
did
on
it.
there that
now,
people shouldn't
now
see.
is
To
that
sell
now
better.
is that a design fault or is that a
No, no,
fantastic
no.
piece of
It's
marketing?
there is no design fault in
There's no
those.
deciding fault with Apple.
No,
That's
no.
intentionally done.
In general,
Yeah.
it's intentional to sell more.
Yeah,
Look,
Could
they
you
yeah,
just
want.
because
think, Adam, what that would do to you? Huh? Because you people, because they're talking now about putting a watermark on all this AI stuff, so people could see that, or they could go to a gallery and they'll see a piece of your work hanging there. They can see you. They can run an interview with you while they're looking at your artwork. I mean, it could be for creative people a fantastic tool.
right.
Look, we already have fantastic tool. I told you 3D that came like 20, 25 years ago is already
Mhm.
fantastic tool. We haven't tried all of it, and it's becoming better and better and better. Now
Right.
it's kind of cooperating with AI, etc. It's normal. Uh, but it's so fast, everything. We have all the tools, even the canvas, it's fantastic tool.
Right.
We can still do great things there. I mean, but okay, people want to try everything, and it's nice that they try everything. But I told you, my problem is that everything is changing very, very fast. That's a big
Right.
problem. It's not that it's advancing. It's okay that it's advancing. It should advance. If we stay at the same, if we are static, we are dead. But it's changing too fast. We don't have time to digest
Uh,
this.
are you talking about
Yeah, but
technology and Moore's law? Because I mean, that's basically what it comes down to.
Yes, it's if you're a guy now and start to look around what's the tools for AI now, and you start
right.
to do tutorials or 3D, in 1 year it won't be valid. What year? In
Yeah,
few months,
Mhm.
you have to
yeah,
learn new stuff and new stuff and there is you spend more time on learning new stuff than creating, really, and it's like testing technology all the time, I'm testing new thing, testing, but
Right.
you're not doing what really art is the expression of the self. We have the tools,
Right.
we don't have the time to
Right. We don't
express,
have the
really.
time, but we have the tools. Well, and I
Yeah,
don't think
we
things are
have the
going too
time,
fast.
we choose not to have the time.
Right. Well, that's because people are too busy with their faces in their phones.
Yeah, exactly,
They all
to
think
look.
I go to dinner and I turn my phone
You know what is really
on
also
table.
addictive? The reels, like TikTok or the reels
Oh,
on
okay.
Insta, on
Right. Right.
Facebook. You can start and you don't even understand how 1 hour is gone. This is funny. This is bullshit. This is football. This is this. I don't know if it happens to you.
No. The 10 or 15 people that follow us, well, we have more than that, but the 10 or 15 people that are like on our show, like you and a few other people, the only thing I do is I go to the top, I look to see what you got going on. I like it. I go to the next one. I like it. I go to the next one. I like it. And in 5 minutes, I'm done. I've done my Instagram for the day, unless I have to post something. And that's it. I don't look at it. I don't live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We don't have. Twitter's a crap, so I don't use that at all.
But the thing about the reels and the and all this Facebook stuff is that the algorithm, if you stay at almost a second too long on something, that will continue to come back into your feed. It already knows it's that quick. So it's just giving you, oh, you like rabbits? Oh, next one is a rabbit. You like, rabbits? It's another rabbit.
It's nothing within game theory. It's just game theory.
It will be even more advanced. It will predict.
It's gamification.
It will predict or even guide you to what you like. It will tell you like this.
Yeah,
and you will guide.
It's gamification. It's the same thing as Angry Bird used when Angry Birds came out. It kept you more engaged, right? It's gamification. So the algorithms have made it gamification. It knows you like puppies, so it shows you a million puppies. So you keep going puppy, 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 puppy. It knows you like X, it's X. So it really just became gamification, and people just don't know how to put their phone down. Yeah,
exactly. And after some time, it's not that it will know you what you like. It will guide you to what you like. It will tell you like this, and you will say, yes, I like this. I didn't know that I like this, but I like this. Finally, yes.
Yeah.
Before we go, do you want to show some of your art?
Yeah, sure. It will. What I want to say is that it will. Oh, sorry, not this one. Oh, I had a smaller resolution today.
Yeah, I know the problem well.
So share screen, entire screen. Share.
There we go. There we have it.
Okay, so this is the new style because I'm all the time. It's not actually new. It's you see it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a little. It's an advanced. Now I take some styles that I've worked and create a new thing from it. So here now I will show you some steps how I work. Those are saved files. You can see this is like a dog. I've shown some of the look how beautiful, because what I'm doing here, I am taking parts of the bodies and I am deforming them, and this is actually animated. We will see also the videos. Look at here, like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
You control those to a degree, but after some time it's not.
You can't show that, my friend.
No,
can't show that one.
No, there is.
No, it can't show. No, it has a nipple. Can't show it.
But
YouTube will strike it. Doesn't matter. Can't show it.
So you see here, if you can show this, we're fucked. Because she's not naked. It's not even a human.
I understand that, but the problem is that the algorithm on YouTube will think it is, and they will give us a no-no. So you gotta be very careful.
I will tell you that I have a problem anyway. Let's see the video. I don't know if this one has this also. Oh,
yes,
wait.
you can get a long
wait. They have also nipples here, so I must stop.
Can't show nipples, unfortunately. There's a problem.
Here is less nipples.
Now we've lost half the audience. So
no, that's okay. We just can't show certain things because they have problems. Our Facebook does.
So I don't know. I post them on. So I think I don't have anything to show them. If we can, but really that much in
yeah, it gets worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's all
right. Maybe wait. So I may have something. I don't know if I showed this one.
But this is something that you sort of.
Oh look, I haven't showed this one. This is nice. There's no nipples. Oh, I have the video from it.
We can show that one.
This is something that you touched upon as well, Adam. You know, like this is also the problem with social media. Is
this is a very big problem.
Everything is so woke that people can't, can't show art anymore.
So, so in one way,
we used to show
Elon Musk
tons
has
and
a right
tons.
here.
Yeah,
now
we
you
used
can
to show
see
tons and tons. Hold on, and then we'd get in trouble because they didn't like what we were showing. Okay, hold on. There we go. That's pretty. Oh, I like that.
You can see it without nipples.
There you go. As long as it shows no nipples, we're okay.
But you can see the deformation that happening.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's going from the left to the right.
Yeah.
Of course, it is not finished yet, so you see it first. Of course, there's always some kind of premiere here, and they go slowly, go there to the end.
Very cool.
So you can do a lot of manipulations with this kind of style, and I'm working on this kind of style now, and not only with bodies. I try also like basic geometric forms, like spheres and stuff, and they look nice, but I haven't any finished work with that. You can work a lot with those. I might finish the big guy, the mixed media. Maybe next week I'll show it. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I like that one. That one's pretty. Very nice. Well, guys, it's been fun. I'm glad we got together. We haven't seen each other in a fortnight, as they say.
Yeah.
So, and we'll be back next week on Monday live. So everybody that's a fan of the show, we'll be 8:45 Eastern time in the morning.
Yeah.
Adam is live, and Adam on the evening. We broadcast on Tuesday for you people.
I would try to have nippleless art as well for the next time.
Oh, we like nippleless. We like nipple art. Relax. So.
There will be some nipples always on my works because it's it's no. I will if I take I've already put some clothes on them, which I
I saw one you did on Facebook. You had a bikini on.
Yes, I start to put bikinis on them, and which I didn't so far. But I'm not taking everything because now I'm like crippled. I'm not an artist anymore.
Right.
I don't feel like look, you still can do artworks and sell them, in a gallery or stuff. They can do whatever you want in the gallery.
Right.
And there are people who are doing, but it really amazes me what you're saying, because when I post some of those works, there is already immediately from AI and warning that, look, you might rethink of posting this.
Right.
And he asked me, you want to proceed or no? I say, I proceed because there is no problem with this.
Right.
And sometimes I get even by people, they object and they reported some of my works. And of course, I say I reject it. I want people to see that it's not a problem. I'm not showing anybody. And even if in the guidelines, at least on Insta, because this is what interests me the most, they always say it's okay at the end when the human is looking at it, because they say in the guidelines that if it's art sculpture, because I consider them art sculpture, those are moving sculptures.
Right.
And I'm not showing anything bad. I'm not showing anything. I mean,
and listen, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. But the whole world now is 5 years old, and they're a bunch of pussies, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but you know something? I've seen in YouTube girls which are doing yoga with nipples. I mean, real girls, right?
Yeah.
And they have millions of viewers. So what the hell? They can do it, and we cannot do it with the art.
Correct. And that's the problem, right? It's a double standard.
I
agree with you 100%. I agree.
Just before we close.
So you see
today,
another problem we have as an artist. At least.
Well, just society in general, because just before we close off today, I read an article on the BBC, and they've changed the parental guidance from the Mary Poppins movie from to be seen by all to PG, which means 14, because there are two references, two words that are spoken in two sentences about the Hottentots, and it would appear that the word Hottentot is not a nice word for a particular ethnic group in Africa, and people have complained, so they've changed now.
What the pussies?
Exactly. So, and that's the world we are living in.
We are living in an exaggerated world. We are living. The world is going to extremes, and you know there is always a limit. That means that at some point something will break.
Yeah.
Now, what will break? Our minds, our societies. I don't know if it'll break altogether. But okay, let's not finish so pessimistic. We always are always some kind of pessimistic, but now let's stay optimistic. That maybe we will change somehow.
If something can break, that would be awesome. Maybe we can just
it will break. Something will break for sure.
I'm hoping.
It's already breaking.
Break the planet. Yeah.
Until next week, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls. We'll see everybody next week. Don't forget to watch us live. The rebroadcast is on Tuesdays. See everybody next week.
And subscribe and like.
And like. Oh, yeah. I got to tell them that. Yeah. And don't forget all the other shows.
And come to my site to see the nipples.
Yes. See Adam's. Go to Adam's site to see all his nipples.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel we'll just go now then.
There you go.